Hello, you lovely being you. Welcome back to Yoga with Paige, and welcome to our little full body strength series. So today is day 1, and we begin with the neck. We will kind of work from top to bottom here, choosing to isolate certain muscle groups in order to focus our attention and our awareness there, to utilize some exercises and some postures to build up strength in the body. Because a lot of yoga is about flexibility, but when our muscles get overused or over lengthened, it can actually cause pain. And in that moment, we may think we need to stretch it out when really sometimes we need to gather more strength so that our muscles can feel strong enough to release and they're not so tight and overused. So our focus today is going to be on the neck, finding length in the spine, gentle stretches. This is probably going to be the shortest class of the series, but don't do anything that doesn't feel good. This is my major plea to you. If any of these movements or stretches cause any sort of pain or major discomfort, stop right away. I am not a physician. I am just a person who loves bodily movement and things active and want to share some strengthening practices with you. So follow along, modify as needed, and if you would like to be entered into this week's little giveaway, make sure to like and comment on each of these 6 classes, including this one, to be entered into the drawing at the end of the week. So whenever you're ready, we get started in a nice gentle seat. Whenever you have found your comfortable seat, we are going to take the first few moments to find presence on the mat here. Maybe close the eyes and begin to visualize the spine. Feel the base way below the navel, and as it draws up a big long line up through the belly, through the chest, up through the neck, and out through the top of the head. So take one breath to just sit nice and tall, wiggle into your feel-good spot. And then take one big breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And on your next inhale, gently lift the head so the gaze reaches up towards the ceiling, feeling a nice stretch in the front of the throat. And exhale. Tuck the chin into the chest. Moving with the breath, reaching the gaze up on the in-breath and tucking the chin on the out-breath. Making these movements slow. Seeing what you can feel there. Going through the full range of motion. Keeping the rest of your spine nice and straight. Find one more round here. And we'll meet back in a nice neutral spine. Take the right hand over to the left ear, but before you move here, extend the left arm out to shoulder height. On your next exhale, gently drop this right shoulder away from the ear and gently take the head towards the right shoulder. Not pushing or forcing. One inhale. And exhale, begin to gently lower the left arm so we can feel this stretch, elongate. Maybe it reaches towards the shoulder. Stay here for about 2 breaths. We can also reach the left arm behind the back. Notice how that feels. It's all connected, so we'll be stretching out our upper shoulders as well, finding space. Exhale, gently release and switch sides. Reaching the right arm up to shoulder height, drop the left shoulder down. And on your next exhale, let the right hand travel down towards the mat. Trying to keep your awareness on the cervical spine for the entirety of this practice. That's what we're going for. Beautiful. Exhale to release. Reach that left arm overhead. Find a little side stretch. The right hand kind of floats down the mat. We can take this opportunity to kind of rotate the head a little bit. The gaze up towards the ceiling and back down towards the right hand. Only moving as far as feels good to you. Inhale, lift the chest, reach the right arm over. Big side body stretch. Maybe noticing the weight of your head, the weight that your neck holds up all day long. Does so much for you. And inhale, reach back up, neutral spine. Reach for the sky, big breath. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, reach, moving with the breath. Exhale, over to the left. Sending your awareness to the back. See if you can notice each vertebrae as we twist. Maybe you hear some cracks. Beautiful. Make sure you even out both sides before gently coming onto the knees, making your way to the middle of the mat for tabletop. Ground down through the tops of the feet, gripping through the hands, taking your gaze in between the hands. Just holding here. This is as much of a mental practice as a physical one. Notice the back of your neck. Hold up the head. Finding a nice long line from the crown of the head through the tailbone. Drawing the navel into the spine. Taking another breath of presence here. Before slowly and gently moving into some cat-cow. Inhale, lift the gaze, taking most of your attention to the throat. Exhale, round through the back. Really press away from the mat. Tuck the chin in as far as you can. Inhale. Feeling the spine awaken with each breath. One more round. Before coming back to neutral spine, ground down through the tops of the feet, connect to the core, draw the navel into the spine, push away from the mat, protract through the shoulders, and press through the feet to lift the knees about 2 inches off the mat. Hold here, gazing in between the hands. 5, you got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the knees, send the hips back, and the fingertips out, child pose. Let the forehead rest down on the mat. Reach the fingertips forward, feeling the sides of the shoulders open. Try to create as much space as you can between the shoulders and the ears here. Take a little check-in at this moment. And then on your next inhale, lift the head, press through the hands and slide back into tabletop. Exhale, child pose. Inhale, table. And exhale, child. Finding 3 more rounds at your own pace. And after your 3rd round, we meet back on all 4s. Settling into your nice tabletop. Ground down through the right hand, grip with the fingers. Inhale, peel the left up through the chest, reach for the sky. And exhale, thread the needle. We don't stay here long. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, thread. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. This time we stay here for a few breaths. Maybe we let the left ear come to the mat. Just finding this gentle twist. Pressing away from the mat with this left arm. Giving yourself all the room you need. Last breath. Plant the right hand and press back up with your next breath. Return back to tabletop to repeat on the other side. Inhale, peel the right arm up. And exhale, find your little thread the needle flow. Remembering you can go faster or slower than me. And on your 3rd round, settle in. Maybe find some tension that we're holding and consciously release. In the shoulders. It's all connected. And on your next exhale, press back up. And tabletop. Coming into puppy pose. Reaching the hands out. Exhale, melt the heart down. Being careful not to crunch the neck here. We can always scoot back or press through the hands to lift the shoulders up. Finding more length in the spine. Making this an active puppy pose here. Two more breaths. Let yourself soften. Gently lifting the chest and rolling onto the belly. Extending the arms in front. Still gazing a few inches in front of yourself, down on the mat. So finding a nice active glutes, nice active legs here. We're going to be raising opposite arm and leg, but remember our attention is on our spine. So gazing a few inches in front, finding nice length, reach out through the crown of the head. Inhale, and exhale, send the right arm and left leg up, and back down. Left arm and right leg, and back down. One more, each side. Finding a little strengthening in the back body here. And exhale, release. This time we're going to be lifting both of the arms, so really connect to the lower body, send the pelvis down into the mat. And exhale, lift the arms, reach them by the ears. Breathe. Take the shoulders down. We can stay here. We can maybe wrap the arms behind the lower back, interlace the fingers, and pull the hands back towards the feet, lifting the chest. If this ever becomes too intense, we can always release and come into crocodile pose. Hold here, one more breath. See if you can lift yourself a little bit further, paying close attention to the neck. And exhale, release the hands, stack the forearms, and place the forehead down, crocodile. Take a moment to release anything here. Find a little rest. And then maybe kind of rock the forehead side to side. Still actively pressing away from the mat in the forearms. We have a lot of space between the shoulders and the ears. Just finding what feels good. We have a few options here. We can stay here, come back into our little Superman pose, or we can take bow pose if you would like. Reaching back for the ankles, bending the knees, keeping the legs square together, and exhale, send the feet and the hands up into the air. Reaching up through the crown of the head. One more breath. Exhale, release the legs. Plant the hands under the shoulders and press back for a little rest in child pose. Take whatever you need here. And when you're ready, we meet on the back. We'll gently roll over and plant the feet hip width apart. Send the arms by the sides, palms face down, they plant on the mat. Find your positioning first. Make sure we're nice and long. And on your next exhale, press through the hands and the feet to send the hips up, coming into a nice big bridge. Holding here for a few breaths, being careful not to crunch the neck. Breathing into that space. And on your next exhale, release the hips. Feeling the lower back, press into the mat. Raise the arms above the head. Now our palms are facing up towards the ceiling. And on this next exhale, we're going to take our arms with us. So exhale, send the hips up, arms come to land on the mat. And release, arms come overhead. Inhale. Exhale, send them up, gazing at the ceiling. Not worrying too much about how high your hips go, but just about your alignment. So just about pressing through the shoulders, not pressing up and crunching the neck like this. We want a nice long neck, lifting up from the shoulders, finding the strength in the glutes here. Taking one or two more of these. And then release, taking the knees into the chest. Find a little lower back massage. Beautiful. And coming into a little twist, extend the left leg long. The right knee is still into the chest. And we cross it over. Taking your gaze over the right shoulder as far as feels good. Finding a few moments of stillness here. And when you're ready to roll onto the back, replace your legs, take the left knee into the chest, and find your twist. letting the breath be natural. And rolling back onto the back. Find what you need to gently get up here. Maybe you want to take the hands behind the head and lift the head first so as not to crunch the neck. Finding a little easy seat. You can end this practice. I invite you to end it with a little self-care love massage. So take the hands, palms face forward. The thumbs will come back to like the base of the skull. Find what position feels good there. We might actually be holding a lot of tension there that you didn't know. And just make little circles. Maybe if you're a fan of essential oils, you want to grab some calming essential oils and place them on your hands. Just make yourself feel good. Maybe some audible exhales. You can take the fingers behind as well. It doesn't have to just be the thumbs. Maybe you find a little pressure like this going up the neck, into the base of the skull, more by the ears. Basically, give yourself a massage like you would give someone else. Because you love yourself, that's why. Find those little pressure points, the base of the skull, and use your breath to release. And giving yourself a lovely massage that you deserve for as long as is needed. But this is where we end practice today, this shorter practice for the neck. Thank you for joining me on Yoga with Paige, and I hope to see you again very, very soon.